Good afternoon, brothers and sisters. This is Jonathan E. with the Thermopylae Information Network. I had to come back on and make another quick video here to comment on this new Green Deal that's hitting the news today. I know they've talked about it for a while, but, I don't know what else to say. I put out a tweet earlier talking about how this is nothing more than an old Bernie Sanders proposal that didn't get any play years ago. She can't come up with anything new. I mean, my God, she got elected back in November. Am I really supposed to believe that she put all the work into this legislation and had all these studies done to come up with these proposals? She's only been in office for, 2 weeks, 3 weeks? Even if she had started working back right after she'd gotten elected, there's not enough time to really put any serious consideration or study into anything. So she basically copy and pasted an old Bernie Sanders proposal, and then looked up an old socialist named Franklin Delano Roosevelt. A lot of people out there know who he is. Some people probably aren't familiar with him because he was a president from back in World War II generation. But he was a guy that brought us Social Security to begin with. His New Deal program, passed back, I believe, in 1932 or 33. It could have been a little later. I'm not sure on that, to be honest with you, but I know it was from the 30s. She basically took that name and just put the word green in it. So that's really fucking original. You rip off somebody else's old tired ideas that couldn't get any play, and then you take the name of somebody else's piece of legislation and put green in the middle of it. If this is what we have to look forward to from her, then I guess my assessment of earlier when I put out another tweet saying that basically verbally this woman is a dumpster fire that you can see for miles. Intellectually, she's about as bright as a birthday candle on the Vegas Strip. Okay? If this is what we can expect out of her, she might as well just go home now. My next comment is basically addressed to the idiots in the 14th District of New York. And no disrespect to fellow citizens of the American electorate, but you disgraced the United States by sending this woman. Not that Joe Crowley was any better. He was a Hillary Clinton shill. But at least Joe Crowley could probably think. He had an IQ higher than 100. Okay? The next time you guys send a representative, maybe you don't have any problems there in the 14th District. Maybe everything's going just great, and you thought it would be a fun thing to foist this idiot on the rest of the country. But we're going to have to live with the consequences of this because of what you did. So, the next time you decide to go to the polls, maybe you can send us somebody that can actually solve some of the serious problems that this country has, instead of sending us a half-baked fucking teenager who basically has no desire to do anything other than get likes, get retweets, get clicks. Every time you see this lady, she's posing in front of a camera with this starstruck look like she's standing on the red carpet at the Oscars. That's not what this country needs right now. So for all you morons there in the 14th District, and I know there's probably some good people in the 14th District who didn't vote for her. So this comment's addressed at the people who did vote for her. Next time, why don't you send us somebody that can actually get something done and stop playing fucking games? Send her back to where she came from, because this isn't going to work for us. Her program is a complete non-starter. I don't know how anybody thinks anyone's going to come up with the money to pay for this. She's talking about jobs, jobs, jobs. Oh my God, these green technologies will give us so many jobs. And then seconds later in the proposal starts talking about a universal basic income. Well, if you're providing people with jobs, why would we need a universal basic income? And I know I've had a couple of commenters on my tweet basically talking about universal basic income isn't for people who don't work, it's for everybody. Well, I'm 51 years old and I've never needed anybody to give me a free fucking paycheck. And nobody in this country, this country's 42, 43 years old. We've done just fine without a universal basic income. We went from basically an agrarian country, pre-industrialization, back in early 1700s, the 1600s. There were some people here, but it wasn't quite a country yet. When we were even just a British colony, we were basically an agricultural entity that turned into an industrial power. And that didn't come by giving people free fucking paychecks. There's no such thing as free in life. And anytime anybody gives you something for free, they're either going to want something out of you or they're going to want to control you. So for all you out there that want a free check so you can sit at home and play video games or go work on your artwork or whatever, you know, that's one of the other things I hear. It's going to open humanity up to being able to explore things we want to do. Well, it's certainly not going to help, trust me. All right. I started off in a job that I used to work back before I got my main career. I started off working in a warehouse sweeping floors and eventually worked my way up to being a district manager, or excuse me, a department manager. All right. So don't sit here and tell me that not working for something is good for you, because I would have never made it that far had I not had a desire to have to improve my situation in life and make more money to be able to improve my standard of living. And that came through hard work. It didn't come from somebody giving it to us. So 14th District, get rid of this chick the next time you go to the polls. This is Jonathan E. with the Thermopylae Information Network. Please like our video, subscribe to the channel, retweet this video. However you want to get it out, you can copy and paste it as much as you want. I appreciate your support. Thank you very much.